It is Ryan Cameron Uncensored, Season 3 of their hit show, Married to Real Estate on HGTV, now through March. Over 19 million viewers.
Look at that.
13 countries.
Oh.
Egypt and Mike are here.
Yes, we are. One time for the one time. 19 million and counting, Ryan. They watching us.
13 countries. When y'all travel abroad, what's the reception been like when y'all get off the plane?
So what's funny is when we're in the hotel and our show comes on and we hear ourselves speaking in another language,
right.
And it's not our voice, it's someone else's.
They overdub.
Right.
All of a sudden, I can speak Italian. You know,
Them classes paid off, boy.
For real. For real. My Chinese is amazing.
Chinese too.
Yeah.
I know we're in Brazil,
Denmark, Africa, London,
Yeah.
Canada. I mean, it goes on. It's been amazing.
Did y'all think that when you first came up with the concept, you know, because after the first one, you're like, okay, and then they say, oh, y'all been renewed for season 2.
Right.
And then when they come back for season, like, when you're like, oh, man, we on to something here.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you start to realize it, I think, when you're in Costco and the older ladies come up to you, you know, and they ignore me. Just know they ignore me.
Yeah, I've heard you say this a couple of times.
Yeah, they do. They ignore me.
Mike!
And I tell the true story. I tell the story. He is all the love in the streets because even the guys are like, you remind me of my wife. Hey, Mike, what's up, brother? Hey, what's up, brother?
Oh, I was going to say, finish that because that ain't sound right at first.
I think, you know, I remind him of like a
I got you. Yeah,
right.
yeah.
So, yeah.
Okay. Well, here's the thing, Ryan. Like she said, it's the relatability, the transparency. Folks see themselves in us, and especially our community. They want to see us win because of what we represent, and we wouldn't have it any other way, brother. Like I was just telling the gentleman outside, I get a lot of brothers that come up to me and go, brother, as a man that didn't have a dad, I watch your show and I see you as a father figure, and I'm astounded, you know, and it keeps me tuned in. So the love is real. The love is real.
When we come back, we want to talk about some of these other things that y'all have got going on with some of these companies. And then I'm not saying I have a bone to pick with Mike.
Oh, God.
But it's a little. It's not big.
Okay,
no, it's not.
Here is where it gets fun.
It's not a big deal, but it's a little deal.
Dinosaur bone.
Yeah,
It's not a dinosaur bone.
Season 3 of HGTV's Married to Real Estate on right now through March. We got more with Egypt and Mike when we come back. It's Ryan Cameron Uncensored. Ryan Cameron Uncensored, Egypt and Mike in here from Married to Real Estate.
Yep.
Mike.
Here we go.
Here it is.
I want to ask you something, man. As a person, as I see Egypt do all of these other things with the you know, the furnishings and the other stuff and the designs. As a person who only grew up with Lefty Lucy riding tidy,
Which is what Ryan
you have
does.
done nothing for the baseline man who knows nothing other than there's no workshop. There's no my first toolkit starter kicking Home Depot. You've done none of these things.
Well, that's actually coming.
Okay, let me go ahead and finish. Let me
go ahead. Go ahead.
Because I'm like, okay, he's got all this, and you open up the bag. Oh, it's his, my mattresses, and I'm like, where is the tool set with the Carter key? Like, bruh, you ain't doing nothing for us. We don't know how to do nothing. Where is the do-it-yourself kit for us, bro? Come on. I mean, I would love to know how to level something. I really would. I don't.
I tell him he needs to start a YouTube channel, just teaching people how to fix
I
that.
want a tour.
Because
I
we
want
don't
him to
we
open
don't
up
we don't have a lot going on already.
with just lumber in it and some saws. It might be like, hey, this Saturday, come here.
But
Listen,
you
Brian,
that,
it's already on the way.
Yeah.
It's on the way, brother.
Okay.
I don't have any issues with letting my baby shine. You understand what I'm saying? We're one. So when you see her doing something, it's because behind the scenes we worked on that together.
I understand.
Right? So
I am very selfish with the fact that I want to know how to use
folks, that didn't work. It didn't
I
work.
need to know how to do something. Thumbtack is my best friend. Okay, Thumbtack is my best friend.
What is it that you want to learn how to do, Ryan? What don't you know how to do?
I just want to learn how to do something other than just screw in light bulbs. I would like to
we're
be able
going
to
to do a
change
workshop
something. Yeah.
sponsored by the Ryan Cameron Show. Okay.
Yeah.
Y'all hear it here
It's gonna be a
first.
DIY.
We're gonna get it all together.
Please.
We're gonna have some mud, some sheetrock, some
Yes,
screws, all types of stuff
sheetrock.
in there.
But
Oh,
can I
yeah.
say something?
Have a
though?
class.
Y'all got to get it together. You know, that's a really attractive thing. Women, especially a lot of single women out in the city, they want a man that can fix some things.
You know,
y'all got to learn.
My
You gotta
dad
put some
used to
work in.
have the remember the big yellow book that was out, and my dad failed miserably, which kept me to renting apartments with maintenance.
You mean the
Oh,
yellow
my
book
God.
that was like Fix It for Dummies? That
Yes, the big thick one.
I'm gonna tell you know what's funny though. Even though you're saying this, Ryan, there are a lot of females, and I'm talking about single mothers that wish their child did know how to fix something, or the females that have husbands that their husband can't even change a doorknob. So you are on the right path, and that's why I said it definitely is coming,
I appreciate
brother.
you, brother.
It's
I feel
coming.
better now. My grandfather taught
I
me
got you.
He taught me how to change a washer in a sink one time, right? He took it off and he put the washer because it was leaking.
Yeah.
And then this is my grandfather. He fixed it. And then he unfixed it and said, "Now
Don't
you
do
do it."
it.
And I was like, "But you just fixed it, bro. Like, what
Simo,
are we
you do
doing
it now.
No, but that's
no.
also like
That's
the
life.
women coming up used to actually teach the younger girls how to bake, how
Right.
to cook, how to do all of that. My mom used to always kick us out of the kitchen, so I blame her for my inability. Like, cause I burned the house down frying chicken, didn't I?
This is true.
I did.
This is
In
true.
Philadelphia.
That was some fried
Burn
chicken.
it down. Well, I didn't know that you couldn't put water in a grease fire.
Oh,
and
now,
so
wait,
immediately
hold on
when it blew up on the stove, what did I do? Pour
Put water in it. It made a bigger fire.
I knew
Spread
that.
throughout the whole thing. So I blame my mother for that.
Okay.
So what I say is, men, y'all got to teach your girls and your boys
Yep.
how to
Yep.
build and how to fix things, and also teach them how to cook. We got to instill that in our generations.
All right, we got more
It's
when we come
coming.
back. Ryan Kevin Uncensored, Egypt Sherrod, Mike Jackson in here. Marriage and Money, the podcast with Egypt and Mike on all the podcast platforms, the TV show, the furniture designs. It's a lot of stuff going on, right?
There's a lot of stuff going on. So, TQ the Queen, our sister, had asked me a question, and I'm like, you know what? I'm going to ask them.
What's that?
With the housing market the way it is nowadays, how's a show like this stay number one?
What do you mean? Well,
Good
it depends.
question.
What do you mean how the housing market is?
Like how everything's expensive, everything is just, can't buy, out of price range. How do y'all maintain that?
I think that's even more reason why they need a show, because more people are choosing to stay in their homes.
Exactly.
And they need things fixed and renovated and designed.
Exactly.
Or they need more help finding and actually getting into a home. So they need a strategy.
Right.
In order to actually compete out on the market. So we're doing good because of the market.
Y'all doing great.
Yeah.
You told me something the last time, and it's funny. I just got a message from my cousin because I was talking to y'all about my grandparents' house.
Yes.
And you were telling me, hey, whatever you do, don't be first. Because, for those, my grandparents passed on, they left me the house. But every house in our neighborhood is either boarded up, and y'all said, hey, don't do it first because people are just going to come in and steal your stuff. And now they're saying, okay, other houses are starting to be, rehabbed and all this kind of stuff for people who are they don't want to live in these places. But now we see the city is becoming like the place to be because people can't deal with the traffic. What would y'all advice be for somebody who wants to be able to put money into a house? My grandparents paid $32,000 for this house.
We missed it, didn't we?
Right. Yeah. I mean, but for somebody who gets property, maybe they inherit it or they don't want to live there. How do you rehab? Because it seems like more and more people they're cutting corners and they're not using real metal and the pipes are bursting. We're seeing all these things. And I know y'all do this every day. So what would that advice be?
I'm not sure what the question was, Ryan, but I swear I love you. Do you want us to renovate it? We'll take it and we'll renovate it. Is that the question?
Well, that was the question last time, and you told me to wait.
Right. You definitely. So how many people on the block have actually renovated now?
Half of one.
Only I would say
Half of
wait
one.
wait longer. You want more people to do it because every time a house sells, it brings up the comparability.
Right.
So let's say the house was worth $200,
Right.
and somebody down the street fixed it up and sold for $400. Now that means the next one gets to sell for a little bit more when it's fixed up a little more. So don't cheat yourself out of money. Just sit on it and wait a little bit. And then how are you going to use it? Are you going to sell it or are you going to use it as an investment?
I mean, with the way people are throwing around this generational wealth thing nowadays, I definitely would not sell it. I mean, I've interviewed
entertain everything from a rooming house, which my cousin and I are kind of at odds on that part,
Right.
to a facility for nurses who travel, which is my idea.
Yeah, it's a good idea.
That's a
well,
really
because
good idea.
Airbnb is putting that additional tax on top of all Airbnb owners now, so Airbnb is not going to be as profitable as what it has been over the last couple of years. Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You
Yeah.
gotta learn
Big
about
time.
it. They're going to tax big time. So what you can do is turn it into an executive rental. Considering that we do more film and television than even LA does now, they're bringing a lot of actors and producers in who need executive rentals. So you wind up getting a lot more to do it that way. Or you can actually rent it as a prop house.
Yep.
I don't know if you knew that,
Get
but
a
they'll
lot
pay
of
you
money
like
for those.
$5 a week
Yes.
to use your house as a prop house.
Yeah.
So y'all are quiet. What
And
happened?
there's,
I'm amazed.
Yeah.
Dig deeper. What
there's
is a
actually
pop house?
for instance, there's actually let's say you have 100 houses that are with a specific type of agent. This agent, that's all they do. Producers and movie houses, they go to this particular real estate agent. They go, hey, do you have this type of house in your inventory? Because we're going to shoot a commercial that needs orange chairs and black backdrops. And she'll go, yeah, I got 5 of those in my inventory. And they'll literally pay for
Yeah.
just that house.
You can make
don't
more
need
in a
anything
month
about
than
it.
you would make in 6 months renting it on an Airbnb.
And sometimes you can make more in 5 hours versus in a week, because they'll pay you more for those 5 hours than for a whole
We
week.
got to take advantage of the fact that this is film and television. That's what Atlanta is right
Right.
now. So we have a lot of the opportunities that we didn't have before.
Yeah.
And you even have people now on social media. I don't know if this is a thing. This is a real thing. On social media, when you go on YouTube and you see folks doing the little kids videos in their houses,
Right.
that's not their homes.
Right.
They literally go to work in those houses, film what they got to film for
And then
YouTube,
leave.
pack up
And
and
then
leave.
leave.
So they're renting homes, and they'll rent them for the whole year. They'll rent them for 2 years so that they can produce all of the YouTube videos they want to
Correct.
produce.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's
So
why a lot of
executive rentals.
A lot of folks put a lot of emphasis on these properties. Matter of fact, my daughter just attended a birthday party, and they rented this particular property. Every single room was like a Instagram backdrop room. And this place stays booked because of the aesthetics, because we're living in a world where people just want to be seen in a photo, right?
Pictures,
So
video.
if your spot looks like a photo place, people will rent it for hours.
So they just made it
for
to a-
some photos.
Yeah.
They
It's-
made it into
it's-
a content house.
Yes, those are big too right now.
okay.
And you're making money within hours versus days.
Yeah.
But you got to get linked up with the right agent that knows how to make these properties move.
We got more with Egypt and Mike when we come back. It's Ryan Cameron Uncensored. Season 3 of HGTV's Married to Real Estate on right now through March. Egypt and Mike are in the studio. I always hear Egypt talk about Mike when you're out and about. How you get just bombarded with the love, man.
The Golden Girl love.
She likes to call them the
The
Golden
Golden Girl.
Club.
What is the Golden Girl love, Egypt?
Oh,
It's all
God.
these wonderful Auntie Gladyses and, Miss Thelma's.
Oh my
and
gosh,
all that.
I love you on that show. You're so nice, and your teeth are so white. I told Marge
and they're-
that the other day.
And they're wonderful. They're wonderful. They come up and say, "Hold my pocketbook, girl." And then,
You take the pictures?
I take the
She
pictures.
takes
I hold their
pictures.
pocketbooks. I'm good about it. I appreciate it. And they'll come and rub his head and give him a kiss on the cheek. He's got like 5 color lipsticks and some foundation on his collar, and then they'll wrap their leg around him and say, "You got an uncle."
Smell like
You know what that
diamond.
means.
Right.
Yeah, that's Uncle Mark.
They love a man that can fix something. I'm telling you.
How's the family, yo?
Family is doing
I
amazing.
love the fact that you guys do what you do and you are able to maintain the kids and their activities and things like. How do you do that?
Bro,
'Cause
we,
y'all-
we
y'all
hanging
are
on
major
by a string
celebrities.
right now, okay?
Uh-huh.
We are hanging on by a string right now.
Volleyball
We
and
tied.
ballet and-
Tied.
But you managed to do that. There ain't
Well,
no
we managed
nannies and nothing like that, yo.
Well,
No, we have
there's
aunties.
no nannies. There's just aunties and uncles.
Aunties.
And uncles. That's the only way we're able to do it. To be honest with you,
Right.
even with all of that help, Ryan,
Right.
we still need help.
Because we don't
There's
have date
so
night.
much going
Because
on.
we're juggling. They're like, "We
Right.
got you while you're working, baby."
Right.
Right.
Oh, y'all want to go out
Daytime help.
tonight? Mm-mm.
No.
Take them kids.
But
I got a doctor's appointment in the morning.
That's because we try to be considerate of them as well, right? So we're like, okay, this weekend we would love to do something, but they didn't have the kids all week,
Right.
So let's do our part and turn it into a whole family.
So we have a date in the pantry,
weekend.
if you know what I mean.
Nice.
Yeah, those two.
Oh, yeah. Is
Yeah.
anybody coming?
Yeah.
Okay.
Right
we
by
good.
the saltine crackers.
Egypt, your transition from being a really well-known radio personality to this, what was your biggest struggle in the fact that you like talking to your people every day?
I did.
And going into this field, because I know you and I used to be colleagues.
Yes.
And what was that like when you say, man, you know,
Wow.
this is my thing.
Well, I loved radio. Let's just be clear. I was in radio since I was 17, and I left radio, about 10, 11 years ago or so. We were working together at another station that will remain unnamed.
Yeah.
But I knew I had outgrown it, if that makes sense, because I was already a real estate broker, already started in design, but I was afraid to leave my safety net. That was the jobby job with benefits, if you know what I mean. Right. And I think a lot of people struggle with, do I pursue my passion in my own business, or do I stay where I have that safety net, because it's hard out there in the streets, if you know what I mean. Right. And sometimes we get pushed because I got fired, but it was the best absolute firing that could have ever happened in the world. I got fired with a $250,000 check. So I was like, God, I know what you want me to do. Yeah. You said it loud and clear. So, I do miss the day-to-day, just kind of talking with your folks, if you know what I mean. But I think social media allows us to get some of that back.
Right. For season 3, and for people who have not tuned in, describe Married to Real Estate for people who are like, they just, sometimes you just be flipping and you can say, oh, let me check on it. What are they going to see?
They are going to see funny, because we bring the funny. We are not scripted at all, so we do not know what we're going to say or what's going to make it off the editing room floor. We do not know. But they're going to see incredible renovations. We're helping families recognize their dream of home ownership and living the quality of life they want in their home.
Yeah, you're gonna see a black family showing positivity and conquering it. Every goal that they set out for, you're going to see the interaction of a girl dad and doing it well. 3 beautiful daughters. You're going to see a husband and wife that can actually get along. You're basically going to see where it's where a lot of folks have been calling us the.
Don't say that, Mike. Don't.
Are y'all relationship goals?
No.
Are y'all relationship
Too
goals?
much pressure. No. I see. I love when he says that, because that's what we strive to be.
Right.
This is what they say.
Let us one day show up on TMZ. It's all over. Let
Listen.
us have an argument in the middle of Publix. It's over.
It's all right.
So that's too much pressure.
It's real life.
But
it's real life.
No, but ultimately you are going to see, like this season, we had the ability to renovate CAU, Clark Atlanta University's athletic department, which was a huge undertaking.
It was.
And I know that means a lot to a lot of people. We've got so many important folks that attended CAU that continue to support CAU. So we were able to do that. But also you see the beginning of Indigo Road, which is our business, home furnishings, design, real estate company, and how we bring it all together. So we aim to make folks proud, and if we mess up a little bit, we sorry, y'all. Sorry.
We human.
Season 3 of HGTV's Married to Real Estate on right now through March. Always great to see Egypt and Mike, man. Love
Always
y'all.
great to be here, brother.
Love y'all,
Always.
love y'all, man. We appreciate the time.
Yes.
Y'all know how to do an interview.